Hi, this is Roger Schluter. This video is about paying points on a loan. It's about using the rule of thumb so you can figure it out very quickly and know if you really want to do the loan. I mean, obviously, once you're figuring out the interest rate, you're probably going to do the loan. I mean, I see very few people that once they figure out the interest rate, they go, I don't want to do it. And that's usually only when it's like you're buying an apartment building and the rents won't cover it or something like that. But if you're buying a commercial building or house or something, I mean, points are usually something that when rates are high, you want to pay points. And then a lot of times on commercial loans, they're going to put points in there. You're going to put fees in there, and you're going to want to know, hey, how much are the fees? I mean, what are we really paying here? So anyway, a point on a loan, usually it's always a mortgage loan. It's like a house or a commercial building or an apartment building or whatever. But anyway, sometimes they're called a discount point. It costs 1% of your total loan amount and usually lowers your interest rate when you pay the point, lowers your interest rate by 0.25% over the life of the loan, over 25 years. So the golden rule of thumb is to pay points if you plan to stay in the property for a long enough time, for the monthly savings to cover your cost of the points. This is your break-even point. Past this point is where you really start making money on it. So anyway, how points work, the cost of 1 point is 1% of the loan amount. So let's say the loan amount is $300,000, 1% is going to be $3,000. So the benefit of the 1 point is that it reduces your interest rate by approximately 0.25% if you're paying the point. Now, a lot of times you'll get it to where you're just the fees are on there, and when the fees are on there and you're just trying to figure out how much it's really going to cost you, then it would add on, to your interest rate. The goal of paying the points is to pay more up front and to get a lower monthly payment. So that could save on the interest charges over the life of the loan. And that's really how you make money paying points. The break-even formula to see if points will work for you is to calculate the break-even point by using this formula. Now, this formula was given to me, and I feel like we almost have to use it. So anyway, the break-even point is the upfront cost of the points divided by the break-even in months equal the monthly savings. Of course, if my algebra is right, I think we can do upfront cost of points divided by the monthly savings will give you the break-even months, I think. So anyway, for example, if you purchase 2 points and that costs you $4,000 up front, but saves you $100 per month, your break-even point is 40 months. Now, those numbers were just pulled out of the air, so you're probably not going to save anywhere near that. But anyway, and it might be a lot longer period than 40 months. So anyway, you really want to do the numbers yourself. SBA loans will always have fees involved in the loan, usually up front, but on some loans like the SBA 504, there's upfront fees, and then there's also costs in the payment cycle. Now, the costs in the payment cycle are actually added into the final interest rate that you get when they sell the debenture. So actually, they go ahead and they sell the debenture, and then the interest rate actually includes those ongoing fees that are on there. Finding the real interest rate is not difficult. Just take the interest rate. Let's say your interest rate is 9%. And then go ahead and then add in the cost of the fees, which on SBA loans is approximately 3%. Using the rule of thumb, the 3% would equal about 0.75%. And that would be 0.25% for every 1% in fees. So the real rate would be approximately 9.75% for a loan of 20 to 25 years with those fees added in. Remember that the lender is putting the fees into the loan, so there'll be an increase in the rate. Both the SBA 7A and the SBA 504 loans have fees up front that are added into the loan. The 504 is added into the debenture to get the gross debenture, and then on the 7A it's actually just added into the loan. The amount of these fees are approximately 3%. So anyway, I don't know, a lot of times they act like they're saving you money with an SBA, but you know, you really need to look at it and see if you might be better off conventionally also. I mean, you want to look at it all different ways. So anyway, hey, that's the end of the video. Please subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching. My name is Roger Schlueter, and I will definitely see you in the next video. Thanks.